How we doing, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Getting Jiggy with It. I'm Will, and today we're opening up the newest scenario pack for Marvel Champions, and that is the Hood pack. Now, the Hood pack is a little bit different than some of the other scenario packs, so they did introduce a new standard and a new expert mode that you can mix and match with your existing decks. For those of you that are new to the Marvel Champions, or at least to an LCG or a living card game, these packs are designed to be sold individually, but they do require the core pack to be able to mix and match. But they're pretty independent. It's not like a collectible card game or a trading card game where you're going to need to keep buying more and more packs to try to make a better deck. What you get out of either scenario pack, hero pack, combined with the core box is just enough to be able to go out and play the game. That said, let's go ahead and get the camera switched over and we'll go through this deck. All right, so here we go. This is the Hood scenario pack. Like I mentioned, it is the newest expansion for Marvel Champions, right after the Mad Titan's Shadow, which we did already open up. We will be playing this solo, or I guess I won't say we. I guess I'll be playing this solo this week on the channel. So if you want to watch that, make sure that you hit that subscribe and bell notification to know when I go live. I've already scheduled it, so you can also go out and do that. This is just giving me so much trouble. You can also click the reminder button there. That way you'll know when that goes live as well. But here you go. Expansion symbols. So of course, they're going to let you know what the new things in the expansion are. They go over each of the modular sets, alternate sets that you can add in. Some of the important keywords that are going to show up in these cards. Your briefing of what the actual mission is about that you're going on. Some of them I've noticed have had this, some of them don't seem to have it. And then the different parts of the game. So each one of these has a different difficulty level, and then you can mix and match them with the Hood set because they're going to be brought in. So you can see here the easiest is Streets of Mayhem, and the hardest would be adding the Wrecking Crew. Feels like there's one more page, and then there's some strategy and tips, which is really nice. So this will basically give you an idea of how to play these scenarios or these modular sets once they come into play. There we go. There is that. All right, so let's start with the... So I did open this already once before, so these are already out of the sleeves. Unfortunately, the video was bad, so I'm going to go back over these. Can't say it's going to be any better or any worse than the first one. But we'll go ahead and start as we always do. So of course, the Hood has 3 phases, depending on the difficulty you're going to play. Your rookie, your standard, and your expert mode. So when you're rookie mode, 1/1, and then he has what's called a foul play ability special. Discard the top card of the encounter deck. If that card does not belong to the Hood encounter set, which means it's his specific set, he's got 16 cards total. Then you're going to deal yourself as a face down encounter card. I mean, you're going to have to take that on your next encounter phase. And then hit points, he's got 14 times the number of players. When you go up to his second stage, scheme goes up 1, and then he gets this extra thing. When revealed, 1 set aside modular encounter set deck gets added into his deck. So basically, if there's any side modules that haven't been added in, then you're going to add those in. And then when he goes up to 3, everything goes up by 1, and then everything else is the same. Hit points, 14, 16, and 18 are the hit points. All right. So here is the campaign, or the scenario, is making connections. So you got Hood 1, 2, and 3. Hood 3 should be used, of course, in expert mode. And then Hood standard for all encounter sets. And then you choose 7 of the modular sets you would like to play. So you're going to have 7 total modular sets. And then choose one of those sets at random, shuffle it in. And then the other 6 sets are going to get combined throughout the game. Now, it doesn't say you can't put all 9, but I would think you're not going to put all 9. So if you want the most difficult, you would just do 9 through 3, right? That's 7. Or yeah, 3 through 9, or 3 through 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why did that take so much brain power? It's late. I'm unboxing late. But then here we go. Here is I'll put that aside. Here is the main scheme. When revealed, each player must resolve the foul play ability that we talked about. So as soon as this comes into play, you're automatically getting an encounter assigned to you. And then it's 1 increase per player, and it starts with 1 threat per player. His phase 2 here. So phase 2, you're going to set aside an encounter. You're going to add it in. So that's going to increase. And then there is an acceleration token that's going to get added as well. So that's going to increase the time and the difficulty. Each player must resolve his foul play ability. Same thing for each player who has dealt at least one face down encounter, place 2 threat here. So each person that gets an encounter, because it's not one of his, is going to have to take that. So of course, the longer the game goes on, the more of those modular sets, the less likely you're going to get one of his encounter cards. And then this starts with 2+1, although it said add an acceleration token. So of course, there's going to be an acceleration token. And then the third one, choose one set aside encounter. So you're going to shuffle that back in again, place the acceleration token on the main scheme, and then each player must resolve the ability in order. That's what it says here. Force response when it's accelerating. After resolve, then you do foul play. So this one, you're doing foul play here, and then you're doing foul play on each of his rounds where you're increasing that threat. And of course, if he wins that one, game over. All right. So here is an attachment. So establish dominance attached to your identity. So that means it's attaching to us. After the hood activates against you, resolve foul play. That means anytime he attacks, you're going to have to do that. In order to get rid of it, you have to exhaust your identity and place 2 threat on the main scheme. So basically you have to exhaust and you get 2 more threat because of it. Another attachment, the hood's mantle. So this gets attached to the hood. The hood gains retaliate and steady. Steady characters require 2 status cards to basically confuse them, stun them, whatnot. And then you have to spend 1 of each resource to discard. The hood's pistol, another attachment, gives him +1/+1. That one didn't give him anything. Attached to the hood, you have to spend a science and a fighting, and then boost, reveal this card, which means basically you just attach to him no matter what. So he's got 2 pistols that he can get. Madam Mask is his first minion. So 1 and 2, 4 hit points. She does have guard, which prevents you from attacking the hood while she's out. Resolve the hood's foul play ability. When defeated, you must resolve the foul play ability. So there's going to be a lot of foul play going on. All right. The side scheme is Unbridled Ambition. So hinder 2 when revealed, you place 2 threat here. Force interrupt. When the villain phase begins, each player must resolve foul play again. So again, lots and lots of foul play. And then of course it says it starts with 2. Well, which it kind of said at the top, so I'm kind of confused why it says that twice. Hinder, and then it also says it gets 2. It's kind of double verbiage there. Treachery, field recruitment. When revealed, choose 1 set aside modular encounter at random, shuffle it in, and then resolve his foul play. Boost, after this activation ends, resolve the foul play ability. So no matter what, you're getting foul play on that. Upper hand, when revealed, if you're an alter ego, you're going to resolve the foul play. When you're in hero, he attacks you and you resolve foul play. So 2, 3 of those. All right. So that is all of his cards. So there was only 1 card that's going to add that module. So in a rookie mode, which is probably what I'm going to be playing, again, time-based, just to give you guys an idea of how the game plays, I will probably only run into 1 if I'm unlucky where 1 module is going to get in. But if you're playing on the higher difficulty levels, you have a higher chance of those other modules coming in. All right. So this is the Ransacked Armory. So it's an attachment, gets +3, plus they deal indirect damage, meaning that it's just going to hit everybody. You can't block and all that. Well, you can block, but it's going to just do the damage. That's what I should say. Attach the minion with the most remaining hit points. If you cannot, search your encounter deck, discard for a minion, put it into play, and then attach it. So basically, minion gets that ability. The Hollow Shield Generator is another attachment, item and tech. Attach the minion with the most remaining hit points. Same thing, but this one gives them +4 hit points and retaliate ×2. Same thing to the most hit points. And then forced interrupt. When the attacked minion would take any amount of damage, discard the top card of the encounter deck, reduce it by the amount of boost symbols. Tech gauntlets, +1 to their attack. Same thing, the most hit points. They get +3 hit points, and then they gain overkill as well. So that's the tech seems to be very deadly. Like there's a lot of stuff going on there, and it's going to make it slightly harder for you. Armored Guard, minion 0 and 1. Guard, while this minion is engaged with you, you cannot attack the villain, which we already discussed, right? And then toughness, he comes right in with a tough status card. He can't scheme though, so I guess look on the bright side. I don't know how to look at that. All right. So this is the next one, which is Sinister Syndicate. Crime pays. When revealed, search the encounter deck for a criminal minion, put it into play engaged with you, and then shuffle, of course. If the minion was put into play this way, they gain surge, and then this also adds the accelerate to the main scheme. And then these are the Sinister Syndicate, which I've read the comics. I know a little bit about these characters. They basically formed together, but I can't remember what they were trying to prove or do anymore. But this is the Beetle. She has 1 and 2. She's the new Beetle. 4 hit points, force response after she attacks. Discard the lowest cost upgrade you control. Boost, choose and discard an upgrade you control. So no matter what, she's going to be getting rid of your upgrades. Boomerang, 2 and 1, 5 hit points. Force response, after he attacks, you deal 1 damage to each ally you control. Boost, deal 2 damage to each ally you control. So he's going to go after your allies. Shocker, 1, 2, 5. Forced response, after his attacks, stun the character. Boost, stun the character with the highest attack. So he's basically a stunner. Speed Demon, 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Forced to interrupt when he attacks. Speed Demon attacks the character. Resolves Speed Demon's attack first. So he's basically got to retaliate where he attacks first. And then discard the lowest card you support if it is a boost. 2/2, 3. Interrupt when White Rabbit attacks you, you get to discard a random card. The boost, choose and discard the identity specific card. So either way, you're discarding a card, whether it's a boost or she's doing it. And then the last one, Sinister Onslaught. When revealed, each criminal in play schemes. If nobody scheme, you get surge. And then if you're a hero, each one attacks. If no one attacks, gain surge. So all of these have criminal. And then some of the other minions and some of the other modules, they're going to have criminal as well. Again, know that just because I've already opened this once before. All right, so the next one is Feisty Heists. When revealed, discard the highest cost card from your hand and you get acceleration. 3 threat per player. When revealed, take indirect damage and same thing, get your boost here and same 3 threat. Offshore Inferno. When revealed, discard the lowest cost card, you get your accelerate. 3 threat. Hot Pursuit. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put it in play with you. Accelerate. 3 threat. All right, so that was, is that it? No, 6. There's 6 of them. I can't read. Numbers are hard, okay? When revealed, resolve the when revealed ability on each side scheme if in play. If no when revealed ability was resolved, place 2 threat on each scheme. Boost, resolve this card's when revealed. So no matter what, you're doing that. So when you have this one in play, basically you don't want to get this because it's going to make all of these activate if you haven't gotten rid of them yet. And then there's 2 of those when this module gets added. All right, and then Back Alley Enclave. It gains Surge, which means you're going to have to automatically draw another encounter card. When revealed, discard each other setting environment in play. Each character in play gets +1 attack. So this is character. That's good guy or bad guy. Everybody's getting +1 because of the environment. Secret Lair environment, same thing, Surge. It's going to cause another encounter. But when revealed, discard each other setting in play, which they're all going to do this. When the enemy gains an acceleration token, or each enemy in play gains an acceleration token, and then each hero and ally in play gets +1 thwart. So basically, while all of the bad guys are out, they're going to be accelerating each one that's out there. And then each hero, of course, gets 1 additional thwart, but then you have to weigh that balance. Do I take out the minions that are making it go up faster, or do I use that extra thwart to get rid of it? Sewer Tunnels environment, same thing, Surge, you discard, same, and then each character gets Retaliate. That one's actually not too bad. I mean, it's bad, but at least you're doing damage back as they're doing damage to you. And then the Warehouse District, when revealed, discard other settings, and then each player in play gets a steady. Stay characters require 2 status. So this basically gives you the same thing that we saw on, I think it was Madame Mask, right? Where she had the steady ability. All right. So the next one is the Wrecking Crew. So this is the one that's rated a 9. Of course, we already have a Wrecking Crew. So I don't know if you could mix this one in with the Wrecking Crew. I'm trying to remember. I want to think the Wrecking Crew said you didn't mix any other sets. You had to use the modules that were with that. Somebody will probably let me know down below. Side scheme, it gets hindered when revealed. You place 2 threat. Okay, so it's 3 plus 2, so it's actually 5. That makes sense. So on that other one, it's actually 4 threat that goes on there. So it's 3 plus 2. And then the villain, I don't know why they do that. That makes no sense. Because they could just make it 5. Oh, it's 2 times the number of players. Ah, that makes more sense why they had to do it that way. The math wouldn't work out the same way. And the villain and each elite minion get retaliate while that's out. Well, that is not good. So these are elite minions. Wrecker is 2, 2, and 8. Villainous, when he activates, he gets a boost card. While Wrecker is attacking, he gets +2 attack if it is undefended. So he gets stronger if you don't defend. Bulldozer 1, 3, and 7. Same thing, Villainous. And then Bulldozers get Overkill. 2, 2, 6, he gets Retaliate and Villainous. So really all he has is Retaliate. He does get the boost card though, but his attack is a little bit less than the other 2 guys. 3, 1, his attack isn't as high. 7, Villainous, so he still gets his boost card. But force response, after he attacks you, he deals 1 more damage to each character you control. So you got to think of it thematically, like he's swinging, a big old wrecking ball around. It's just smacking each of your characters. Combined effort is a treachery. Each elite minion activates against the player it's engaged with. If no one does, it surges. Boost for each minion in play. This gains +1 boost for that activation. And then the last card is Magic Muscles. When revealed, give each brute enemy in play a tough status card. If nothing was done, look at the top of the encounter attack until a brute is found, reveal, and well, I guess you don't have to give them a tough status card at that point though, because you didn't give it. Brothers Grimm, so this is the Brothers Grimm, and these are the Brothers Grimm, so you get 1, 1, and 8, a lot of hit points. When the Brothers Grimm activate against you, discard cards from the top of the deck until an attachment is discarded, reveal that card. Boost, after the activation ends, put Brothers Grimm into play engaged with the first player. So you can kind of see here how these modules actually work off of each other. So this one, of course, would work off of the armory one that we saw at the beginning, where all those weapons then would go to the one with the highest hit points. They've got 8. They're most likely to be the one that's going to be able to get that attachment. Or even in themselves, they have an attachment in their own deck. So Star, which means everything's based on a force response. Attach to a mystic minion if you can't. Attach to the villain. After attach, the enemy activates against you. Discard the card, 1 card at random from your hand, and deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. So you're losing a card and you're taking an encounter card. Not good. Same thing. It's all based on the force response. You attach the mystic. After attack against you, discard this card. Take 3 indirect damage and deal yourself 1 encounter card. This one, you take a stun. This card, stun your identity and deal yourself 1 face down encounter. This one, you choose to discard an ally, support, or upgrade, and you get 1 face down encounter. So that is not good. That's no bueno. No bueno, as they say. All right, so beast mode. These are for the Beastie Boys. Forced interrupt, when a stunned or confused friendly character would take any amount of damage, increase it by 1. So again, can tie into these other modules where you're seeing you're getting stuns and those different types of activations. And then Beastie Boys is 3 times the threat. Griffin is the first Beastie Boy, 1, 3, 7. He has quick strike, meaning he attacks when he first comes out. After Griffin attacks and damages your character, stun that character. When defeated, if there's a stunned friendly character, shuffle Griffin into his back into the deck. So again, stuns are going to come in very, I think, crucial with these guys. 2, 2, 6. Mantle gains X retaliate. X is equal to the number of confused characters. When revealed, confused a character you control. So he's going off of confusion. Double trouble. When revealed, stun a character you control, confuse a character you control. So yeah, so this is going to team up with both those cards perfectly. Boost, resolve this card's when revealed effect. So no matter what, this occurs if it gets drawn. All right, so Crossfire's crew, out for blood. When revealed, deal 1 damage to the friendly character with the fewest hit points. If that character is defeated this way, repeat this effect. Also draws an additional encounter card. Boost when resolve this card's revealed ability. So you're still doing that even if it comes out as a boost card. And then you are doing 2 times the threat. 2, 1, and 5 with a forced interrupt. When the controller's attack would deal any damage to a character, increase that by that character's attack. So they're going to use your own attack against you. Corruptor, 1, 2, and 4. When revealed, exhaust an ally you control. Place threat on the main scheme for each ally exhausted this way. Oh, each ally. So yeah, so that would be very bad for a leadership deck. With leadership deck, you're going to have lots of allies out. That could get very deadly. Boost, choose and exhaust a character. So that's just one exhaust. Minion, 2, 2, 4. Quick strike. So again, attacking as soon as he comes out. Forced interrupt when Crossfire attacks. He attacks the friendly character with the fewest remaining hit points. Then the attack gains overkill and range. All right, Fear Master, 1, 1, and 5. An additional cost the engaged player to ready hero ally they control. That player must spend a science resource. Boost, discard the top card of your deck until you discard an ally. That is no much better. Caught in the Crossfire, reveal, discard cards on top until you get Crossfire's crew is discarded. Reveal that minion, take indirect damage equal to the number of Crossfire crew minion in play. Yeah, so that's not good either. So that one, same thing, is if you get a bunch of the minions out there, you're going to start doing more damage, but at the same time, you're going to get a minion no matter what, so you're automatically taking damage from that new minion that comes into play. Mr. Hyde, so self-experimentation. When revealed, search the encounter deck for Hyde, reveal him, meaning putting him into play. Force interrupt when brute enemy would take any amount of damage, remove that threat from this instead. If you saw earlier, we did have a couple brutes already, so there'll be more brutes in here. 5 times the number of people, so that is a little bit harder to get rid of. You can see here Calvin Zabo, Masters of Evil, so he is an elite, so he would again react off of the previous modules we've seen, 3, 1, and 4. If Mr. Hyde is in play, discard this card. Mr. Hyde attacks you with +2 attack and gets overkill, so even if you block, he can still hit you as the hero. The defender, well, block with an ally, I should say. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for Hyde. Put him into play. Engage with the player who is engaged with Zabo. Right. Mr. Hyde, so 1 and 3, 10 hit points. That is a lot of hit points, man. When revealed, Calvin Zabo is engaged with the player. Discard Calvin Zabo. Mr. Hyde engages that player. Give Mr. Hyde a tough status card and deal 1 damage to each hero in play. All right. Hyde formula, treachery. When revealed, if Calvin Zabo is in play, he schemes with +3 scheme, then he takes 4 damage. If Mr. Hyde is in play, give him a tough status card and he attacks you, even if you're in alter ego form. If neither is in play, this gets Surge. All right. Formidable foe, Ms. Marvel trying at it, and also Ironheart, and they did just announce that, or they didn't announce, somebody found based on the pricing that Ironheart as well as Nova, and they even, it says, I think it's Mutant something, or basically the X-Men are coming as well over the next year after Vision comes out. So don't know if that's true or not, but we do see her in the card, so it's very possible. Permanent setup, this is for expert mode only. So this is for standard 2. So this is only if you're playing against the level 3 boss, then you would actually have this in play permanently. Each enemy gains steady. Steady characters require 2 status cards of the same type to be stunned or confused. Plus you automatically get the accelerate. So standard 2 is slightly harder than standard. I've heard it's actually slightly harder than regular expert that comes in the core box. I've never played the expert. I don't know if I would ever play standard 2, but then again, I don't think I'd ever play expert mode, so this card would never come into play. Dark dealing, so treachery. When revealed, the villain schemes with +1 scheme. Boost, give the villain 1 additional boost card for this activation. So there's 2 of those. Mob mentality. When revealed, discard the top 7 cards in the encounter deck. Put the first minion discarded this way into play engaged with you. So you still do all 7, which means you're milling through that encounter deck, which then gains acceleration, right? But you're going to add the first minion that you find and attach it. If you're in hero, the villain and each minion engaged with you attacks, and the card gains Surge. Overwhelming force revealed, discard the highest cost upgrade in support you control. If no card was discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Give the villain 1 additional boost card this activation. Shadows of the Past is the same. Of course, this has got to be in here because it's the only way for you to get your Nemesis into play. I have heard a lot of people that say they want to just throw both Shadows in the Past, the one from the original and this one, because they don't see their Nemesis enough. So it's just, I guess, ways to make the game more complex. I don't know, just if you want to make it really complex, throw both expert decks, both standard decks, throw everything together. Total Annihilation. Surge, so that means you can automatically get another encounter. When revealed, hero, the villain attacks you, and it gets overkill. Boost, if the villain is attacking, this attack gains overkill. So 2 of those. And then the last one is the new Expert 2. So this has Peril and Surge. When revealed, each player gets 1 face down encounter card. Give the villain 1 face down boost card. Boost, deal yourself 1 additional encounter card. Ruination, Incite 1 Peril. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side scheme is discarded. Reveal it. Place 2 additional threat on each scheme in play. All right. Seek and Destroy, Incite 1 plus Peril. Search the encounter deck from discard pile. Set aside area for your Nemesis. Put it into play with you. So again, just another way to get your Nemesis into play. Slug it out, Peril and Surge. Exhaust your identity and you take 2 damage. Boost, deal 1 damage to each character you control. Give the villain 1 additional boost card for this activation. All right, so there we go, guys. That is the Hood. All right, and if you'd like to see this gameplay or any of our Marvel Champions gameplay, including more unboxings and deck overviews, I guess these are kind of deck overviews, that's what I call them, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, bell notification. If you have any advice for going against the Hood, which I'll be doing in solo, make sure you leave those comments down below. I believe I'm going to use Doctor Strange, although I've heard the Hood is very good at counteracting how easy Doctor Strange is. So I've never played Doctor Strange, so this may be a little bit of an adventure in both aspects, playing the new character plus playing this new deck. But until then, guys, peace.